I'm going to play two clips later. One of them will be about 30 seconds long and the other one will be around 2 minutes long. I'm going to have a picture of Madam Mao, the wife of Mao Zedong, past overlord of China, a ruthless dude. The picture I'll use of her is her on trial after her husband died. I'll talk more about her later, and I won't talk about her long. The point I'll make about her will be very quick. Now, I'll tread lightly while using the word solution because of the mishandling of the word on here. I've grown to have somewhat of a disdain for the word. The solution is for you to do whatever you believe needs to be done. But often we can only do what we're able to do. Like seeing a homeless person, you may believe that the solution is to get that person a place to stay. But you can't take them home with you or give them somewhere else to stay, so all you're able to do is maybe give the person a few dollars. We have all kinds of things that we believe can solve a problem, but we don't have the means or the know-how to do it, or we may not have the authority to do it. So we're left with only being able to do what we're able and willing to do. But not doing is a lot of the problem. Now, to be cliche-ish, the solution is within you, or all we need is already here. In the past 2 years, I've asked 11 people, and I've kept account of them all and chose them specifically to ask. 11 people I asked if they felt that they had the power to change things, and all of them said no. Now, I don't have money where I can just fund projects. I don't have contacts where I can pick up a phone and have media come to my house and sit down with me, or I go sit with them via satellite. You may have those things, but I don't. I have the internet to reach people. There are organizations that you can join for whatever you think should be going on, or whatever you think the problems are. There's already a group for everything. Or maybe not join, just contribute. But whatever I do and how often, what I don't need is for people to be sitting back waiting for a video to hear. Because like I said a few months ago, I just might quit. But I hope that people are willing to act or take the initiative, use your own hands and your own means. Whatever I do or how often I do it, I don't plan on offering people anything that you don't already have. I intend to get people to use what they have.
In her own words, during her trial, and I think that's very much a self-portrait. She said, I'm Mao's dog, right? When Mao asked me to bite, I bit.
There have been many powerful and unpredictable leaders in human history, but none has been so obsessed with revolution as Mao Zedong. This is the tool he will use to grasp power once again. He will need the help of one person. A woman he has scorned for years after their marriage soured, and who spent the last decade near death because of cancer. She is his fourth wife, Jiang Qing, also known as Madam Mao. Madam Mao is the perfect weapon to start Mao's new revolution, a cultural revolution.
And very bad-tempered. She ordered people around. She was merciless, and she was completely humorless. Jiang Qing remembered exactly who did not approve of her marriage to Mao, and she got it back during the Cultural Revolution in spades. She made sure those people died.
It will be years before the secrets about Madam Mao's revenge are finally revealed.
As a tradition, women of China, we were told since we were young that we were lesser human beings. We were grass. Women were grass, born to be stepped on.
Madam Mao will change all of that for a while. By the time she is done with the men who had stepped on her, many of them will be dead.
She was the messenger of Mao.
The news stories are all about brave revolutionaries fighting the capitalists. Traditional music and dance are replaced with machine gun fire and heroic poses.
She brainwashed the entire nation with her propaganda films.
Madam Mao, one of the first things that her husband did when he assumed power is to put her in charge of public perception. She took over the media to reshape the image of China and raise the morale of the citizens. A point that I've stressed over and over again about how the worst people have always known where the power is. Madam Mao knew the power of media and she went straight to it. 11 people said no.
It resulted in the Second People Power Revolution, or EDSA 2. For 4 days, hundreds of thousands of Filipinos rallied in EDSA to call for Estrada's resignation. On January 19, police and military forces withdrew their support from Estrada. At around noon on January 20, Davide swore Estrada's constitutional successor, Vice President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, into office. A few hours later, Estrada and his family fled Malacanang.
Let me read you part of an article about the removal of President Joseph Estrada. It says, when hundreds of thousands of protesters massed in central Manila in January to oust disgraced Philippine President Joseph Estrada, they were lured out of their homes and offices not by megaphones or gunfire, but by millions of instant text messages broadcast to their cellular phones. Part of what I mean by I have the internet. I asked 11 people if they felt that they had the power to change things around, and they all said no.